This Italian favorite is believed to have emerged in Rome during World War II when American troops brought their rations of bacon and powdered eggs to local cooks who combined these with their own food supplies of pasta, cheese, and pepper. Some say the dish was named Carbonara because the pepper resembled flecks of coal dust, a nod to carbone, the Italian word for coal. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. On this channel, we'll start by cooking a meal. At the end, we'll sit down and count the carbs. I'd love for you to join me. Let's get started. With a little bit of prep work, this dish comes together very quickly. Begin with bacon. Open the package by cutting off both short sides and one of the longer edges. Peel off 3 to 4 slices of bacon and cut into 1-inch pieces. Don't worry about the chunks. This will separate as it cooks. Saute on medium-high heat until your desired of doneness is achieved. Pull completed bacon out with a slotted spoon onto paper towels. Blot, roll up, and set aside until you're ready to use. Although not traditional for this dish, I like to sneak in veggies wherever I can. Remember to wash all vegetables. Slice up carrots into matchstick pieces. Slice and dice an onion. Slice up mushrooms into bite-sized chunks. I think this is one dish that is better with fresh garlic. Smash each clove with a wide blade knife and the skin peels away quite easily. I'm using a mini mandolin. Load and carefully slice as much garlic as you like. Just be careful of your fingers. Easy peasy. Now to cook your veggies. I use 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. When it begins to sizzle, it's time to add the veggies. Carrots and onions, mushrooms, sliced garlic. Saute over a medium-high heat. Stir occasionally. At this point, you need to make some decisions concerning your pasta, regular, with gluten, or gluten-free. You also need to choose the shape of pasta. Anything is fine. I'm using fettuccine. Cook per package directions. If using gluten-free pasta, I always cook 1 minute less than the directions tell me. While the pasta is cooking, whisk up an egg or 2. Season with salt. When the pasta has finished to your desired level of dente, drain and get ready for the magic to happen. While the pasta is hot, slowly drizzle in the eggs. I find this to be a 2-person job. My husband volunteered to be that extra pair of hands. The trick to this sauce is that you need the pasta hot enough to cook the eggs, but not so hot that they scramble. Add in grated Parmesan cheese. Mix the creamy pasta egg sauce with the sauteed veggies and bacon. Top with a healthy grind of pepper. This has always been a dinner winner for my family. Before I begin the actual carb count, let me say that I am not a medical professional. I am just a human being who happens to wear my pancreas in my pocket. I also happen to have years of living with type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed in 1964. If you do have a diabetic related question, please consult your diabetic care team. Let's take a look at the carb count for the pasta carbonara. There will be some math involved, but don't worry, it's not that hard. So as you can see, the pasta is the bulk of the carbohydrates in this dish, and a little trick that you can try instead of loading up on the pasta. For my serving, that was 25 grams. That's actually only a half a cup. Load up with other stuff that's not quite so carbohydrate dense. But anyways, the rest of the dish, you can see the numbers, and that came out to 36 grams of carbohydrates per serving. Once you have your final carbohydrate count for your serving, you will need to divide this number by your carb ratio number. For instance, if I use my carb ratio number of 1 to 15, 36 divided by 15 is equal to 2.4 units of insulin needed to keep my blood sugar within a normal range. Diabetic math, 2.5 units. Happy carb counting, and remember, my fellow type 1s, counting carbs so our pancreas doesn't have to, 1 meal at a time.